The year was 1996. In a small town in America, there was an elderly schoolteacher who was about to retire. He had worked honestly his entire life and managed to save $10,000. He had 3 children. A few years after retirement, his health began to decline. He realized he probably didn't have much time left. One day, he called all 3 of his children and said, "I'm leaving each of you the same amount of wealth. Today, they're worth exactly the same, but 30 years from now, they won't be." None of them understood what he meant. He gave his oldest daughter $10,000 in cash. He said, "Keep it safe. It'll help when you need it." To his second son, he gave $10,000 worth of gold. He said, "Gold has always held its value." But with his youngest son, he did something different. Instead of cash or gold, he bought $10,000 worth of stocks in his son's name. The son wasn't happy. He said,
"Dad, why didn't you just give me cash or gold? I don't understand stocks." The father simply smiled. He replied, "You may not understand today, but one day you will." A few months later, the father passed away, and life moved on. The daughter who chose cash. The oldest daughter deposited the money into her bank account. At first, she planned to invest it someday, but life happened.
Home repairs, medical bills, the kids' education, unexpected expenses. Little by little, the entire $10,000 was gone. She hardly noticed when it disappeared. 30 years later, there wasn't a single dollar left from her inheritance. The son who chose gold. The second son carefully held on to his gold. He promised himself he would never sell it unless absolutely necessary. The years passed. Gold prices continued to rise. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. That original $10,000 had grown into many times its original value. He was proud of his decision. He believed he had made the smartest choice. The son who received stocks. The youngest son never cared much about the stock market. He didn't understand investing. After receiving the stocks, he almost forgot they even existed. He got a job, he got married, he had kids. Life got busy. Over the years, the market went through ups and downs. Sometimes the news said the market had crashed. Other times, it was hitting all-time highs. But he never touched his investment. He didn't sell. He didn't buy more. He simply left it alone. After 10 years, his $10,000 had grown to roughly $30,000. He was surprised, but he still did nothing. After 20 years, that same investment had grown to around $100,000. Now he was genuinely amazed. Still, he stayed patient. After 30 years, one day, while going through some old paperwork, he found the documents his father had left behind. He remembered his father's words. He logged into his investment account. The number on the screen left him speechless. For several minutes, he simply stared. That original $10,000 had grown into millions of dollars. Tears filled his eyes. At that moment, he realized his father hadn't just given him money. He had given him time. And then he finally understood something most people never do. Wealthy people don't always work harder than everyone else. They make their money work for them. And when money is given enough time to grow, something incredible happens. It's called compounding. Compounding works quietly. For the first several years, it feels like almost nothing is happening. But eventually, growth becomes explosive. Just like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, then it grows. Then it becomes so large that it's almost impossible to stop. If you have $1,000, or $10,000, or even $100,000, the real question isn't how much money you have. The real question is, how much time are you willing to give it? Because wealth isn't built by hard work alone. Wealth is built with
The right assets plus patience plus time. And that's the secret the world's greatest investors have understood for decades. Remember, people who try to get rich quickly often end up losing money, but those who invest patiently can build extraordinary wealth from ordinary beginnings.